already. I think not like professionalism reigns strong around here. I'm just getting the sodas and the tea and all that out. I made a discovery, as I was telling you before. I was looking through some of these. They're not all together, and some of them I have to look up the numbers for. And I showed off a whole bunch of books, not all of them by far, but one of the things I was proud of course, I'm going to show off again tonight. I think won't say it just for the people who weren't there, but it was a huge book. I just found out I've got a first appearance of a Golden Age character, a Batman. I don't know if you would call him a minor player or whatever, but I'm kind of interested. You know what? I'll spoil it. This is Batman number 133, the very first appearance of Batmite. Yay! I thought that was cool. I mean, it's coverless, and in all honesty, it's not complete either. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to read it. I know that. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It doesn't fit the bag I've got right here. So I figured, what the heck, like I said, you know, we're not doing a show tonight. I fell asleep. And I woke up way too late. So I figured let's show off these books and have a chat, and everybody can talk and do whatever the heck you want. If you have anything to chat about. Goodness gracious.
You know, I said I was bored.
Yeah.
But then I got unbored.
Really?
Yeah, I'm reading a book on the 62 Mets. So
okay.
I'll take a minute and I'll just go on YouTube and type in 1962 New York Mets. And there are no games because I said nobody thought to keep them, but there are radio broadcasts. So I found one where they were in Cincinnati playing the Reds in July. It's complete game broadcast with commercials and everything. Turn it on. First thing they do is they're giving you the sponsors, and they tell you, make sure you've got a fresh supply of Rheingold beer. Yeah, Rheingold, it has the blood, taste, blah, blah. And then the other sponsor, Viceroy. And now would be a good time to light up a Viceroy. Viceroy that smokers crave. It's like, that was the year of my birth, in case anybody's wondering why I turned out the way I did.
Yeah, that's actually kind of funny, because that's back when they were like, oh, yet. Wow.
It might have been one of the 40 that the Mets won that year, or it might have been one of the 120 that they lost. I don't know yet, because I was 2 months old at the time, and my memory's a little fuzzy. Plus, I would have been rooting for the Red Sox because I lived in Boston, but besides that.
Okay, this is... All right, I guess this would be a $2. Right, I'm trying to figure out what is everything here, and if anything is something. I just found out I've got Doctor Strange 179. You know, I want to see if I just discovered I have the first appearance of Batmite. You know, I'm going through. That's all I've done today is research these books, because it's like, oh shoot, okay, I know, like how you are about the cover and everything, and I can't says I blames you. But how are you gonna say Invincible Iron Man? Is it just Iron Man then Volume 1? Okay. But to me, a special book is a special book, and in some cases, it's the only freaking way I'm gonna get this. Okay, Iron Man number 22 and Iron Man number, what is this? 55. Okay.
Wait a minute, you've got an Iron Man 55?
No, I'm fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you. It's 45.
I knew there wouldn't be a cover, but still.
That's what I'm talking about. Even though they're coverless, they're still pretty cool if it's something, you know. I mean, I'm holding right here in my hands the first appearance of Batmite. Last night I showed off the first appearance of Black Panther. You know, this is X-Men number 7. that we were looking through. Now it's incomplete, and unfortunately, but I'm going to go through these. This is exactly the auction. The only thing is with the with what I would call the /unslash big dogs. And the big dogs, I don't think there's going to be too much over like $5. But for those, I haven't figured out what lands where yet. It is quite interesting, in my opinion, looking through these. I don't think I'm going to make my money back. On the box itself, I got excited and I went to 111, which I normally don't do. I think there's too many coverless. I think that's one thing. I just there's just too many coverless books. So what I did was I put some of them in 2 packs for $1. I don't want to deal with 50 cents, so I put them in 2 packs for $1. I looked up what are they, how old are they? You know, I've got 2 books that one is incomplete, one is complete. And it's Batman number 73 and 82, or 72 and 83. Those are Golden Age Batman. Those are something, if you look up like Comic Realm or even on eBay what people are paying, those are something even without the covers. So it's like, okay, where do I put them? So I'm going to show off all these books and everything. I think you guys, I think we got a show here. I also, like yesterday when we were having our regular auction, deals were made. I don't know if I want to do deals if all I'm dealing with is $1, $2, $3, $5, and maybe I think 1 or 2 make it to the 8 and 10. If I sell the first Black Panther, it's going to be 80 to 100. I mean, that's even coverless. That's a big ass book. Alrighty, let's show off some books, and if you guys have any topics or anything you guys want to talk about, just throw them on out there. Let me turn on my fan here. It's a little warm over on this side. And yeah, I put little man in his cage. He's a little rambunctious today. So, but he's been okay, but I'm kind of just... Hang back there, little man. But once again, I'm going to find a bag and backing board that fits it. But hey, first, this is Batman 133. All righty, let's get through. These are the 50 centers. They're going to be sold in packs of 2. I didn't actually find out what this was. It is a Rawhide Kid, but I just don't know what it is. All righty, and I teamed up with, I think it was called Pelusador, or something like that. All righty, and these are both 1970s books. This is Captain America, issue number 126. Is that anything?
What's that?
Got to look this up. Captain America 126.
I don't think so.
Captain America is I put it at. I just put it in a double. Let's see, but Captain America by Newton Comics. Come on, man.
Hey, I just got a great idea.
What's up?
Why don't we have a coverless ranking tonight?
A coverless ranking? This is not anything, by the way. And it's telling me that, yep, I've got it at the right price. There we go. And on the other side, we have Marvel's Greatest Comics, issue number 46. And it looks like that's the issue that is the Blast Star. So there we go. He's on trail of the pen. He probably wants to pop out now. Legion of Superheroes. This is issue number 271. And there we go. And I teamed it up with Conan the Barbarian, issue number 137. And mind you, these are $1. These, unless I find out that, oh my gosh, this is the first appearance of holy shit. This is Fantastic Four number 136. And it's teamed up with Marvel Premiere, issue number 31 with Wood God. Then I have a Marvel double feature, and this is issue number 9. That would have been cool to have that as the original. And that is teamed up with Tarzan issue number 224. I don't know where that lands, if that's like the first, second, third, fourth, whatever. This is Thor issue number 335. And I teamed it up with Action Comics number 398 from 1971. So we got a 1981 and a 1971. All right. Hello to Grand Admiral. Desert Rose in the house. What's up, One Slick? All righty. Cool. Feel free to, like I said, make comments, ask questions or something. It's a little bit of a live stream as I'm unboxing the auction. This, by the way, is pretty much the auction that you're going to see, like first, second, third, and all that, all the way down. All righty. I found an unknown soldier. Well, no, this is Star Spangled War Stories number 180. There you go, with the unknown soldier, and that is teamed with Sergeant Fury. And this is issue number 88. And then I've got The Witching Hour. This is issue number 3. And I don't quite know what issue this is, but it's Red Wolf. There you go. And this is another one of those unidentifiables. I got an old-ass Action Comics and an old-ass Superman comic. I know which one this is. If you ever seen the Silver Age covers, the Lex Luthor and Superman are on a farm and they're beating the shit out of each other. That's that one. And a Metal Man I haven't identified yet. And that Jack Kirby book that I showed off the other day. That is some great art, though. I wonder what the Metal Man is. I would have to go through. It'd be funny if I find out this is like Metal Man number 1, but I'll go through. I'll try to find out which one it is so I can actually identify it. I've got the Pink Panther, and it's teamed up with something, the Little Monsters. I don't know what number it is. And I've got Thor issue number 241 and Thor issue number 230. Issue number 277. And that's with Huey, Dewey, and Louie Jr. Woodchuck. I like the Pink Panther said Desert Rose. Me too, actually. You know, we were talking the other night about how all these really cool old cartoons are showing up on Tubi now. Not lying either. They're there. I picked up something called Midnight Pulp. It's like $3.99, $4.99, and it has all of the 1940s serials. That's why I got it. I wanted to watch the Green Lantern, not Green Lantern, the Green Hornet. They have Captain Marvel, which I used to own on video cassette, and it is most definitely worth it. Here is Howard the Duck, issue number 3. You're going to see a little bit of these. Then Firestorm, that's issue number 21.
That was when he was the governor of Quack.
Moon Knight number. Oh, there you go. The Moon Knight issue number 9, and that's teamed up with the Human Fly issue number 19. Once again, these are only $1, so the books you're seeing are 50 cents each. I wonder if Pink Panther is there on the Tubi. I don't know. Maybe, you know. Howard the Duck number 23 with Howard the Duck number 3. This kind of made me cry. Detective Comics number 536. I could not rescue it. I could not make $1 book out of it. And then a book called Thriller something or other. 2001, A Space Odyssey. And Weird Worlds number 7. Some of these are they have like water damage and such. When I call on this, when I open the auction, I'm going to straight up say, here it is. These are low grade comics. As the price for them get better, the comic books get better, whether it's just more special or in better condition. But the words near and mint are not going to be in this auction at all. Yeah. Defenders, issue number 16 with Howard the Duck number 3. That's the last time you see this one, I'm pretty sure anyway. Kazar number 15. Oh, I'm sorry. And Howard the Duck number 3. All right. And these are some dollar books right here. And they're with covers, without covers. There may be some sort of damage. I don't think I'm going to be like, ooh, let me do a open bag and all that kind of stuff. They're damaged. Mint will be nowhere near this auction. Exactly. Yes. X-Men number 7. Batman Family number something or other. I think that was supposed to go into the $2. There you go. We have Popeye number something or other. Man Thing number 1, which loses 2 panels because of that big tear right there. It's on the first page. It's obviously cover. It's on the first thing. You lose the bottom cover and then the bottom panel on the first 2 pages. There we go. Fantastic Four 103. And this is the cover's detached, but there. I contemplated, is it a $2? Is it a $1? Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, issue number 148. And, oh, I forgot. Did I write this down? No, I didn't. Sergeant Rock, number something or other. I have an Uncle Scrooge in the Golden Nugget. That's a Carl Barks. This one I think is going to be a $2 or $3 pack because it's also got little Archie mystery comics. That looks very Silver Age-ish. Thor number 233. Western Comics issue number S15. It's one of those DC Supergiants. The Avengers issue number 184 and 183. 184 is in better condition. I figured, yeah, I'll put them together. You know, make a $1 book. Thor 212. Marvel Superheroes issue number 83. The Uncanny X-Men issue number 167. Water damaged. The Governor of Kung Fu issue number 60. But there we go. Oh, Weird Worlds issue number 4. I know you guys were looking for that. Weird Wonder Tales issue number 11. Amazing Spider-Man number 247. This is from Harvey Hits or Double Dare Adventures. And this is featuring the Bee-Man and Gladiator. That's a double size. Then we've got Captain America and the Blue Falcon. And this is issue number 143. And then we've got Red Wolf is published by Marvel Comics Group. And this is issue number 9. The Atom, issue number 26. Action Comics number 400. Oh, I'm sorry, Superman, issue number 431. Marvel Feature. This is, here it is, issue number 10, featuring Ant-Man and the Wasp. The giant-sized Justice League. I know I need to figure out which one this is because it's just giant-sized Justice League. And then we've got Marvel's Greatest Comics, issue number 3, I think this was. Oh, no, 26, but it's still a double-sized. I thought by that time they weren't double-sized. Here's the Inferior 5, issue number 2. But more important, it's a really good Mylar bag. And then Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 174. There we go. Oh, shoot. So far, pretty junk comics, huh, Eric?
Yep.
Oh, goodness. I know, right? Let's see. I need the cardboard separator right here. Boom. And then I figured there were some $2 books in here. Trust me, the comics do get better as they go. This is Iron Man issue number 22 and Iron Man issue number 45. Doctor Strange issue 179. This is a duo of Batman number 72 and Batman number 82. So you got some Golden Age Batman. Here is Batman number 87. This is complete, by the way. This is actually a complete comic, so I've got to check on this one. I make sure I check on that. Yeah, these from here on in are kind of where do they go? Where do they go from here? No, these are big dogs. These are those that I was showing off. The giant size invaders. First annual, whatever. Annual number 8 of the Fantastic Four. That's actually kind of cool. Our Army at War, number 166. I told you they get better. There you go. But it was a bit of a junk box. I don't know if I would do this again. Probably so, because it was kind of fun finding new stuff. But on the other hand, I don't think I'm making my money back. Here is Strange Tales, issue number 142. That's pretty cool. I mean, it does have the tear there, of course. But it's complete and all together and attached. Strange Tales, issue number 134. Fantastic Four, issue number 39. We've got Giant Size Superman Annual.
Go back one there.
The 39?
Yeah. Wow, that is destroyed.
I know. I mean, the comic book is together. And it's complete, but goddamn, I know, right? It kind of makes you want to cry a little bit. But yeah.
I mean, I've never had condition requirements in my life, and I wouldn't accept that one.
Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. I'm trying to sell this on Wednesday.
I'm not everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. This is in the $2. We got Giant Size Superman Annual number 4.
Now that one looks fairly decent.
Yeah. I mean, if you look, somebody basically taped the cover together. But I mean, you know, it does present.
Have you opened it up and like leafed through it to make sure it doesn't fall apart in your hand, or?
No, I opened everything. I checked everything out. I wanted to check everything out as far as what's the word? Not condition. It's for relevancy. You know, to see if it was something I didn't know. Here's actually, this one is in rough condition, but it's all together and both covers are together. Here's annual number 4. It's the same thing with that annual number 8. That cover looks horrible, but it's all together. This is a cover is there, but separated, and you can tell it's got some bug chews on a couple of corners. But what's left of the cover looks good, and it is absolute golden age. It is Our Army at War number 32. That is, to me, see, even though it's messed up, I think that's cool. The main image is okay. It would make for a great wall book anyway. Have you ever found money stuffed into old comics? No, but I know my mother sold a box full of it. I was saving up money, and she went into my room, and she decided that she was going to sell some of my comics. This is when I was a little kid. I was putting my allowance. I was saving up. I think it's because I wanted to buy a big comic book. And she garage saled all my comics, and I had it wasn't much. It was like $25, $30, but that was a lot to me. It would have been 82-ish, 81-ish, 82-ish, maybe even 83. Yeah. Which, by the way, $30.83 to a kid is a ton of money. Gunsmoke Western, number 77. Yeah, some of them present well. This one is actually all together. It's just this stuff on the side right here. But this is House of Mystery, issue number 119.
Yeah, major foxing.
What's foxing?
When the cover gets to looks like it's snowing on it.
Yeah. Okay. This is got water damage all the way through it. There's stains on the top, but it is X-Men number 80. And the condition this is in, it's still a $5 book. This is, hold on just a sec. I want to see for my own. Thor. All righty. It's no. Journey into Mystery. 80. No, I'm just kidding. I wish. This is, I know, right? Okay, there's no significance, but yeah. What's the first appearance of Loki?
85, I think. 84, 85 is.
Okay, I was hoping it was one of his early. I was hoping this was one of his early appearances. Yeah, it's 85. But I know he makes like 4 or 5 between 85 and 100. This is Journey into Mystery 108. There you go. And even in this condition, it's a $5 book. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, issue number 7. That's just pretty damn cool. I know it's got this clip taken out of the bottom, but the rest of the cover's okay, and it's number 7. That's pretty neat. Challengers of the Unknown, issue number 13. Just dropping by to wish everyone a good week. Well, I hope you have a good time and a good night. And all that. All righty. And this is the last of the books, except for those bigger ones I showed off last night, which I'll show again. Superman, issue number 135. That is pretty cool. I did show this one off. This is the 80-page Giant number 4, starring the Flash. By Ben Betrayed. What issue, Eric?
41.
Close. 69.
Oh, well, you betrayed him in 41 too.
Oh, okay. There you go. Issue number 15 of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., which, by the way, this is possibly the nicest book in here. It's a mid-grade book. You know, so this is one of the big dogs. Oh my gosh, some great books coming up. Man, you know, even they just could have left alone and just had this be a rough book, Eric. But they had to go one step beyond. But this is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 1.
Ooh.
Yeah,
they
pretty
cut
cool.
The corner out of it.
I know, right? What the hell?
By the way, number 41 is called The Brutal Betrayal of Ben Grimm.
There we go. Okay. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Wait a second. Where's Nick Fury at the top of the book? I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. What else do we got? We've got another Our Army at War. This one is actually in better shape than the other one.
You know what I would do with that Nick Fury?
Huh.
Just print a cover of you find a cover of #1 like somewhere and run a copy of that and just insert the corner up in the corner, and so it looks like a book, and put it on the wall or sell it for a few bucks. I mean, because the rest of it, I mean, that would be quasi acceptable. Because it's not, it's you're not trying to fool anybody, and B, it gives it a whole cover. I've seen people do that before.
Yeah, I've actually seen people say in their listing it's a reprint cover, and people still buy people buy the shit out of it.
And restored covers. I mean, I've seen those also. My Lois Lane #1 was a restored cover.
What we got here? Our Army at War. Let me go all the way down. 33,675 originally, and it says a 0.5 is 338. This is more. I would put this at fair, maybe. So we're talking $20. I mean, sometimes you get to a book that's so fucking old that, or so relevant, one or the two, that there's still value to them. And that's the same thing with the. I think I would like to check out this Superman because it's actually in pretty decent shape, and that's a 10-center. And I think in the last one I had a pretty decent. Oh, there you go, Sergeant Fury #7. What's that going for on? Let's see, Sergeant Fury. I'm doing it quickly on Comic Vine. After that, I always look on eBay. Sergeant Fury is that's 2009. Here it is. 1963, Sergeant Fury book 7 is originally 425 in 0.5. It's $2, and this one's got its cover. It's got one tear. Let's say it's 1.5. We're looking at $20. I mean, older books still retain value if they're not complete shit. Oh. So. Our Army at War. What was this one? Number 32. Well, it's pretty much the same. I guess it'll probably be the same as the last one. 1952 one, book 22. Yep, 775 originally. And when you go check it out, it says the 0.5 is $4, but once again, I'd probably put this at a 1. It's kind of funny because 0.5 is $4. A 1 is 20. Put this at 8 or 10. I think that's fair. Let's see. Let's get back, and hello to everybody. No real. The Gunsmoke issue is not the money story. What? Not the money story. What is the money story? I don't get that. Have you ever found? Okay, got it. Alrighty. Are these just coverless comics you have accumulated, or were these part of? These are part of a recent purchase. The guy said he had 2 damaged lots. One of them had more covered comics, which I probably should have gone for, but this one had a copy of. What did I remove those? I saw a copy of the first appearance of Captain Marvel, the first appearance of Carol Danvers. I saw this Hulk cover, and I saw the Golden Age looking Our Army at Wars, and a couple other things. And I was like, you know what? And I saw a couple of Batmans without the covers. I showed them to you. That I was like, that's Golden Age. That's Golden Age. And so I went hard on this box, and I tried to get both of them, but one guy just wanted the other one a little bit more, so he ended up getting it. Your mom selling your comics was okay, I got it. Yes, I'm sorry. I do have to have things explained to me sometimes. I showed this off last night, but by the way, first appearance of Batmite. I showed this off the other night. Marvel Collectors issue #1. Alrighty. let me see, what is this? Now I'm also kind of, this is actually what I've done all day today, Eric. It was just go through these books, find out what they are. Superman issue. Nope, not issue, just hit. Comic Realm lists everything that Superman is in. So you got to scroll. And this is 135. It's a 10 center. And it is $600. Or in this condition, I'm going to be guessing, according to Comic Book Realm, 42. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's move on with the books you haven't seen yet. There. Oh, actually, I'll show off some of the ones you have. This is, oh goodness, you can help me out with the issue. This is the one with the Spider-Man robot.
25.
Issue number 25. Yeah, this is the first cameo of Mary Jane. Alrighty. And let me see. I'm looking it up right here. And what it is saying, Amazing Spider-Man number 25. I go, because it's coverless, I always go to the lowest grade. Now it says 1300 is mint. And it's saying 0.5 is 650. And already. And then I showed this off yesterday. This is a better copy. Or Journey into Mystery 108. There you go. As you can see, it's actually together and it's all complete and everything. Lots of military titles, guessing all G or less. All G or less? All G or less. I'm not quite sure. This is Daredevil number 5. And this is the first appearance of the Enchantress and the Executioner. Journey into Mystery, well, like 105 or something like that. Isn't that it? Let me find this one here, kids. Journey into Mystery. What is the first appearance of the Executioner and all righty. 103. This is issue number 103. First appearance of Enchantress, Scourge the Executioner, and the Dwarves of Nidavellir. 1400 is the mint price, and this is $7 according to Comic Book Realm. Alrighty, then we had this is oh, I get to look at this is Batman. This is a complete issue. And the only problem with this one is that it's coverless. So, yeah, I mean, it's not missing anything. It's not crumpled. It's actually, for what it is, it's actually in good condition. I know that sounds weird because it's no cover. Originally, it's issue number 87 from 1954. Originally 1500. And once again, it's $8 in the condition that it's stated here. All right. Now I've seen. I'm gonna also check out. I'm also gonna check out eBay for these things. I'm very interested to find this out. This is all right. And right here we have Daredevil issue number 18. I didn't show this off last night. It does have water damage. It's all together. The cover's all together. It just, like I said, actually, it doesn't really feel it this way. When I'm touching it, though, it actually feels almost rigid. But this is the first appearance of Gladiator. Okay. And then I've got Strange Tales, issue number 120. This is a weird key because I don't know if I count these kind of things as keys, but a lot of people do nowadays. You know what this is, Eric? Other than Strange Tales 120?
No. It's his first Iceman came up.
Yep, this is the very first meeting of the Human Torch and Iceman, which is also counted as the very first meeting of the Human Torch with the X-Men. So there you go. I never really kind of thought of, they met is kind of a key thing, but I guess I mean, it's, if you think that way, sure. I mean, whatever floats your boat, I guess. Let's see what it says here. Strange Tales, Volume 1, 120. What was that Watcher one that I showed you? That's not the first appearance of the Watcher, is it?
No, first Watcher's FF13.
Oh, okay. Well, now this says it's a 350 mint, and in the condition here, it's got the cover, I'd say 115. It says 10 to 15. So there you go. I could see that. Alrighty. I showed off the Marvel Classics. Here's one that everybody and their brother was talking about yesterday. Even more than the one I think is the big dog. Let's see. And what? Marvel Tales Previously Mystery Comics. That's not the Marvel Tales I was looking for. I guess it's Marvel Tales Volume 2 is what I was looking for here. It says the original price is $1,600 in mint, and the fair and the poor is $8, and the fair, which is a 1.0, is $40. I think it'll be somewhere between that, but there you go. Marvel Tales number 1, guys, and it does have that though. That is horrible. I hate that it has that. But
it's funny. Jack and I were talking about that yesterday. So it's actually everybody and your brother were talking about it.
Oh, okay. Crossovers I would count as keys if they had bigger storylines. It's also the first appearance of Captain Barracuda, says one select. Well, there we go. I'm not a slabbed book guy necessarily, but my Ghost Rider number 1 is a slab. It's a 3.5. The shop that sold it to me, I could get it pressed and whatnot, possibly get a better grade. Yeah, I've heard about that, and I've actually thought about doing that with some of those Silver Age books I still have that I haven't sold yet. Like if they're a first appearance, like nobody wanted the first appearance of Ronin right over here. I actually had that in the auction. It didn't sell, so I was thinking, maybe I could clean it up. I don't know. And I got first appearance of Gorgon and all that kind of stuff. I got a few that probably could do, but with a pressing or something like that. I don't know. Thought about it. Alrighty, let's look, because there we go. And excuse me. Fantastic Four. I told Gail, I said, it's amazing. Nobody was impressed. That the big one to me was Fantastic Four number 52, the first appearance of Black Panther. I showed this off. I was like, ooh, that Marvel Tales is cool. This is the first appearance of Black Panther. A $10,000 in mint. And it's first appearance of Black Panther, the God statue, Wakanda, Vibranium, and the heart-shaped herb. and it says in poor condition, which I always count 50, but I actually looked on YouTube, not YouTube, but eBay, and they sell for 100 to 150. So there you go. That's all the books. I think everything's going to make it. Maybe not the Black Panther one, because that one is real special and it doesn't seem to be thrilling anybody else. So, but there you go. That's going to be on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I don't anticipate a long auction, so I think we'll be able to do our show and everything. So we'll be doing your come to Jesus moment for comics, basically. What was it that dragged you in? What was the book that dragged you in to the comic book collecting, and why? If you want to come on and tell your story, your origin story, like was it you moved to a new town and you just found the books or something like that, if there's a story behind you becoming a comic collector, if you want to tell that, you're more than welcome. But there you go. I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Looking forward to doing a junk comic auction, see how it goes. Let's see. So are you guys grading by what they're graded at eBay prices? Am I grading them by that? I go by the my own eyes as far as the grades are concerned. I've been around for quite a while. Usually I also drop a little, like if it's they say it's a 5.0, which used to be like what, fine. If they say something, I usually go a little bit lower than what the price is going for on the comic book realm and the eBay. But I usually look around to what is comic book realm saying it's worth, what is it selling for on eBay, and then I drop it a little bit. Do you still collect any DC or Marvel statues or busts? If something hits my eye, yeah, I do. I kind of lost shelf space, so I put a couple of them on at the flea market. They haven't gone because I'm not selling them for shit. I'm if it's a good statue, I want a good statue price. So, but they're not selling. Yeah. Pricing at grading prices or eBay. Whatever I decide, Darkness, in all honesty. I mean, I mentioned I look at comic book realm and then I look at eBay and then I adjust to my liking. So I price them however I want. Usually I try to keep it within the 1, 3, 5, 8, 10, 15, and 20. Thankfully, recently I've been able to burst out of those, but I tried to make sure that it fits into one of those categories. You may notice that I very rarely go $12 on a big dog. If it's $12, why not 10? If it's 13, why not 15? That kind of thing. But ultimately, my pricing is done on how I feel it would be. Well, also how I think you guys might react. That's why sometimes when I see some really good books and they're not selling, I will verbally, say, hey, is it because the price is too high? Because you guys are who I'm selling to. If it's that, I mean, granted, if I've got a Joe Kubert autographed Sergeant Rock, and you tell me, yeah, well, maybe if you put it at $2, I'll buy it. Okay, hit the door, pal. I'll keep the book. I'm not going to be stupid about it, but that's basically it. I've been around for 50 years. I've been paying attention to this. So yeah, a lot of times it's just, I'll check it out, see what the market is saying, and I'll adjust accordingly. There you go. If you could get any FFT besides the first, what would you want? Toss up between 5 and 12 for me. I'll throw in a little bit better. Okay. The first and the Galactus trilogy, out of the question. Okay. We'll just pull those out because those are the easy ones. Eric, what is the Fantastic Four key you want?
Okay. As everybody knows, I at one point had a full run of Fantastic Four. There are several. Number 4, the first Submariner.
Uh-huh.
I just love that cover. I remember I paid $50 for it when I got it. I'll tell you how long ago it was. I think I paid a couple hundred for the number 5 when I got that, and that was much later. The one you showed, 39 and 40, that crossover is excellent. Number 12, that's the first meeting with the Hulk. They meet again in 25. Then they cross over with the X-Men or the Avengers in 26 to help fight the Hulk, and the X-Men in 28. I think Doctor Strange shows up in 27. So there's so many to choose from. You know, I haven't gotten into. You have 45, the Black Bolt cover, the Galactus trilogy, first Black Panther.
Yeah, that's what I would take out. The obvious ones. Obviously, I would love a covered Black Panther. I love the Inhumans, so that would really be that would be my go-to. I want the first appearance of the Inhumans.
But that's from like just a historical, so many great firsts. There's a lot of those that I miss not having. Luckily I still have the stories, but it's not the same as having the books. But man, there were a bunch.
Yeah.
And I did. I've had number 1 twice.
Never owned one.
And I the second time I got it, they got it for $150.
Damn.
And that you could easily add a 1 in front of the 1 in that condition, probably a 2 or a 3. So they're, like I said, they're unattainable now. Yeah. But
yeah.
You can afford those.
I think ultimately, if you take out the big ones, I would like a first appearance of Inhumans. And as you could tell by my excitement about the Black Panther, if I get it coverless, I'd probably be okay. But okay, let's be honest though. Like I said, I've got a first appearance of Batmite right here, but Batmite's nowhere to be found. So one of the cool things about Hawkman number 4, the first appearance of Zatanna, there she is. One of the great things about this one is there he is. So it may not have the cover, but he is the front and center image. So I think that's cool. But when you're looking, I gotta check this book out. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm actually gonna sit down and read this thing. By the way, I like Golden Age Batman books. They are silly and they are stupid. And it's not really Golden Age. It's that in-between time where they have the silly sci-fi stories. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Ooh, I didn't think about that. There's so many great ones, especially in those first 100 or so books. Alrighty, no issue number 1. How about Daredevil? Do you have any interest in a Daredevil key?
Again,
in the chat as well.
You have the one I think that I missed the most, because I've had Daredevil number 1 twice. In fact, I sold Fantastic Four and Daredevil number 1 to somebody for under $100 for the pair. That was 40 years ago, but still, but yeah, number 7. That was the cool
I never owned a number 1. Yeah, I think so. Outside of this one, what would I like outside of this? Oh, a first appearance of Bullseye. I would like the first appearance of Bullseye. I think that one would be cool to have. Never had it. And I would like
you can get that. I mean, if you're not worried about condition, you can get one of those, for probably.
Oh yeah, same with Elektra.
Yeah.
Same with Elektra. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not over. And what I would like to do is to find one between 50 and 100 at a show where I could then buy a big ass box of comics for 100 or 2 and just kind of prorate it so I could feel better about it. A grail of mine has always been Showcase number 75, the dolphin issue. I love that cover. It's one of my favorite covers of all time. So I'm on the hunt for that one. That's one of my grails. How about you? What is something you would hunt for, or you hope you would find in a condition that you can afford? Nothing, of course, extravagant. We all know the Amazing Spider-Mans, the Fantastic Four #1s, and all that. Something, as you say, attainable. And the chat, please answer that as well.
No, I really can't answer that anymore because I'm 99% sure that I'm going to sell everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, start getting ready to maybe not live in a giant Norman Bates with mother and the rocking in the window size house.
It really does look like the Norman Bates house. Even with the stairs, actually.
But I think I've got mine at as far as like ones that Silver Surfer 4. I mean, there are bigger and better books, but where do you? I mean, short of winning the lottery, and I don't play. None of those are attainable again in this lifetime. So I had them. It was cool. I don't now, but I have the stories. And I was talking to Jerry today. One of the things, I know there's people that collect comics, and there's people that read. Not everybody does both.
Yeah, that's weird.
One of the things that I noticed about some of the fossils that I did the shows with, I've never heard them talk about stories. I'm just wondering if that's not as important to them as having the books themselves. For me, it was always both.
Yeah,
because I can talk good comic stories all day long, and that's why I'm okay selling again, because I have all the stories that, 90%, 95% of the stories that I want already in trades and omnibuses and whatnot. So I really can't think of it. If I were actively looking now, I really don't know.
Now, my unattainable grail, give me a Wiz Comics #2. I want that. That's my unattainable.
Oh, see if you can get Great Legends security code and wait for him to leave.
Grand Admiral saying I got a decent copy of Daredevil 111 a few years ago. This is the first Silver Samurai. One thing is weird. I've had so many really cool books since I started doing the auction. The only reason I have them is because I'm about to sell them. But sometimes, and now I got to tell you, now that I put the wall up, I'm a little bit harder to get rid of them. But it's to think I sold the first appearance of Rogue. I sold the first appearance of Deathstroke. Damn it. I sold the first appearance of Scarecrow. I wish I held on to that one. The first Silver Age appearance. I wish I had that Golden Age. I ever grabbed that Golden Age, it's not going to happen. I'm not selling it. But I've had so many really cool books come through, ever since I became a dealer. So it's kind of fun to even think that, this one I'm keeping. But I changed my comic book collecting habits. I mean, GI Combat 100, there's no significance outside of the fact that it's GI Combat 100 and it's got one of the greatest covers of all time. That's the kind of thing I put on my wall. I'm sorry.
So we were talking about Fantastic Four, grails, and I realized that I was looking for all these comics, but I'd had issue 94 the whole time.
Oh yeah.
And then you know what I realized?
Huh.
It was Agatha all along.
It was Agatha all along. I'd like the first appearance of Swamp Thing and Jonah Hex again, says Dim Sorensen. I agree with you on Jonah Hex. That's
Jonah
one
Hex.
I always...
Again, not it sounds like a broken record. I've had both.
Wow.
If I could only get one back, it would absolutely be Jonah Hex. Even though the as iconic as that is, I know that House of Secrets '92 is more so, but that Jonah Hex, because almost everybody that's had a good amount of keys has had that House of Secrets at one point. Not everybody's ever had All-Star Western 10. Yeah, my buddy Shannon did a video a couple weeks ago, and that was the centerpiece of it. He'd finally gotten one. And
nice.
That was really, really cool. And then like a week later, of course, says, Jambo's got to top him with FF48. But that All-Star Western 10 is just so cool.
Okay, here's a sick way of thinking, Eric. I've had Fantastic 448. So
I've had it twice, yeah.
So All-Star Western 10 seems to be better to me because I've never had that one.
I get that.
Yeah, I don't know why I think that way, but it is. I just think All-Star Western is cooler because, and maybe it's the whole everybody and their brother wants 48 or 50,
more people collect Fantastic Four than Jonah Hex.
Yep. Let's see. If there's one book I'd love to own that's not really obvious one, it would be Amazing Spider-Man number 14, The Green Goblin. Yes, back when he had his broomstick, his little vacuum cleaner. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
That's another one I said. Yeah, when I think back of that, for that set, I think number 5, Doctor Doom.
Yes.
14, first Green Goblin. 39 and 40.
I at one point in time in my collection, and this is how when the Silver Age boomed, it really boomed. In my collection at one point in time, I had 5 Amazing Spider-Man number 50s. Nobody was collecting Kingpin. Nobody gave a fuck about Kingpin. I just had 5.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, that was cool. But my favorite, well, I bought number 1 for $70. First time I got it. I've had that twice too, by the way. Second time, couple hundred. Yeah. I've told the story many times. I got the AF-15, worked out the math to make it $999.99. So I didn't spend $1,000.
So you bought that yesterday, huh?
Oh God, no! I couldn't book an appointment to look through one for $1,000 now. That was a little over 20 years ago. But I can remember choosing between a $5 copy and a $2 copy of 129. The $5 copy was mint. My cheap ass saved the $3. But there was a time when $7 would have gotten me 2 copies of the first Punisher.
I remember when I spent $25 on Amazing Spider-Man number 129. That was really expensive too.
While I was working there, this was probably 4 years ago, we bought a 129 that looked like, do you remember those old, remember Cecil, Dick and Comics, hangs out with Ethan?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remember when he used to do those videos where he'd review a good comic in an SJW comic, and the SJW comic would win, and he'd put the good one through a shredder?
No, I never saw that.
That was his shtick. Well, this 129 looked like it'd just come out of a Cecil video. We still got like $750 for it. It was, I mean, that $2 copy that I bought is worth thousands now.
Okay. How about the one you walked away for because it was too expensive, which now you would jump at the same price?
Mine is a baseball card.
Okay.
I had a chance to buy the 1952 Mickey Mantle tops. that has sold for 7 figures several times.
Damn.
I could have bought it for $1,500.
Yeah.
That was way late in my collecting, and I'd already spent over 100,000 on cards. But that one is probably worth close to 100,000 now. I'm a terrible investor. That's just fact.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever see on Netflix? There's a Christmas movie called The Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell.
No.
There's a scene. The sleigh is wrecked. He needs a ride, so he goes up to a guy, and this is Santa Claus, so he doesn't know who. He's never met him before, but he goes, Roger, and he flips his hand. He goes, I will give you this Mickey Mantle baseball card for your Porsche outside. And the guy's like, really? And his wife had to talk him out of it because the guy was like, yes. I thought that was kind of funny. Mine, this is how dumb, as the saying goes, young, dumb, full of cum. I got paid, and I was contemplating the first appearance of Guy Gardner at $50. And I said, no, I don't know if I want to spend $50. And I got home. My friends go, hey, we're going to go to the strip joint. You want to go? Yeah, sure. I spent $100 on nothing. Like, if I could smack young me in the back of the head a couple of times, that would definitely have been one of them. It's like, Jesus Christ.
The only reason why I don't have any regrets, or one that got away, was I did a lot of my buying in the 80s when all this stuff was still affordable.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that wasn't affordable then still isn't. But I mean, I got Action 252 for $130.
Damn.
I got Adventure 247 probably for less than that.
That is pretty sweet.
So in those days you could afford them. I had Batman, Superman 100. If you've seen those are really cool. They're like standing in front of the covers behind them.
Yeah, I know.
The only Silver Age key that I never owned was Showcase 4, but I had everything else. I had Brave and the Bold 28, 9, and 30, Showcase 22, 3, and 4. I mean, I had them all.
I just put an $83 bid on a first appearance of Kid Flash. I figure in the condition, I figured I could get 150. Yeah.
Yeah, I finished the Flash, the Barry Allen version. I had 105 through 350. Wow. And I think the last one I got was God, that might have been the last one. I think I did. I either had them all or was off or needed one or two. But I'm pretty sure I finished it. But like I said, I had Batman from like 150 all the way up. So I mean, the first Ra's al Ghul, which I got in. It was like a 9 point something, because it was Ra's al Who when I bought it.
Yeah.
My Iron Man 55, stone cold mint, because Thanos wasn't any more important than the Blood Brothers as far as first appearances at that time.
He didn't get big until the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Let's see. How's this for subject, says Grand Admiral on Wednesdays. Top 3 keys that you just missed or got rid of before it hit. Oh, I've got a couple of those. I was a subscriber, and I had it pulled every month to New Mutants, which I had the entire run, and Batman Adventures, which I had the entire run. It couldn't become popular while I still had it, and I would have been like, hey, don't sell 98 or number 12. So yeah, I know it, but yeah, we could do that. That's actually a decent key as well. Dark Admiral says, I walked away from a really great copy of Tomb of Dracula #10 because I didn't want to drop the money on it at the time. No, I don't think I can afford the same copy. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's like, wow, I didn't get it because it was this. One of the books that I wish I got when I was at the show, and the guy handed me $2,000 and he gave me the $500 off of it. It ended up being $550. He gave me $550 on his back wall, plus that big box of silver and bronze comics, which, like I said, added it all up, I made $2,000 in cash and $5,000 in trade. I am good with that trade. But I was actually thinking of just turning around and giving him $400 for the first appearance of Jon Stewart. Kind of wish I did. I don't. It's not a regret, but yeah, I had the money. I had the money and the freedom to spend it. So yeah, that's one. Also, I walked away from that, but then I talked to a guy and I said, I'll be right back. And I forgot he had the Green Hornet #1 from Dell Comics. I've always wanted that. And there was one other that I was looking at, but one that I will definitely jump for if I can find it, if it shows up at one of these shows. I keep forgetting it's an adventure. Jim, if you're there, help me out here. It's an Adventure Comics, and it's got a first appearance about 10 Legionnaires. The cover is a whole bunch of little Supergirls trying to beat a giant Supergirl with a telephone pole. I want that because of the first appearances of all these Legionnaires in it. So, yeah. It still always annoys me that Avengers #16 sold on my way to the cash machine. Yikes. Oh, yes. I've got one of those stories. Okay, I'm going to save that one for the topic. Okay, but yeah, I've got one of those exactly like Jim said. It's like, okay, I got to go make sure I have the money. And, you know, I said, it took the time I walked from the store to the parking lot and back that it was gone. I should have got it. Yeah. Anyway, Action 259, if I remember correctly, says Jim. Yeah, it's like a Legionnaire collector's grail.
You probably did yourself a favor by not jumping on the Green Lantern 87.
Yeah,
it is plummeted. It's only books for $350 now. Again, if Marvel,
the $50 purchase.
If Marvel traded DC traded Jon Stewart to Marvel, that book would automatically be $1,350. The first Guy Gardner is only worth a little over $400 now. I don't get it. It's like DC has no value.
People don't buy into it. That's so weird. It is so weird that it happens like that. Let's see. Green Lantern #55 is the first appearance of Green Lantern Zorba, Charlie Vicker, Guardians of the Universe cameo, Al Magon Part 1. Okay. That's one of the coverless comics I've got.
Well, yeah, Charlie Vickers was a Playboy actor who got drunk and missed a performance as the Green Lantern, as this villain was killing Green Lanterns all over the universe. Accidentally killed his brother, thinking he was one. And he went off to space with Green Lantern to help avenge him. And in a bit of, we didn't think this through as we were writing it, they take the ring off of one of the dead lanterns, and Hal gives it to Charlie instead of the ring seeking out its own replacement. So there's a little plot hole there, but he performs admirably, and the Guardians give him a space sector. So, and it was the same as Guy Gardner. He was one issue, or no, he was actually in two, but one storyline, never to be seen again. 4 issues later, they introduced Guy Gardner. seemingly never to be seen again, because people
Yeah.
don't realize he didn't appear again until the mid '80s. John Stewart, only made a scattering of appearances before the '80s, before they, like, in fact, they brought him back, I think, within 6 months of each other. Little useless trivia there, but I
there
said
you
why
go.
their first appearances aren't worth more is beyond me.
Jim says the one I'm looking for is Action 276. Grand Admiral is saying, I don't know what does more damage to the value of these books, speculators or the movies. Well, one is based on the other, but my God, speaking of speculators, have you seen this orc bullshit? And it's bullshit. I can tell you exactly what's going on. And I will say it 100% certain, with 100% certainty, because I talked to some guys who do this. This is people buying and selling to each other to up the price to make the rubes believe that's what the price of the book is. There's some of that going on with absolute. You could say to a certain extent this Absolute Batman went to it, but then you've got these speculators buying back and forth because they know that if there are enough sales at a certain price, then people are going to believe that's the price. And this shit's going to come crashing down. They started to do that with another comic book that's something Western or something like that. And it's horseshit. And people are buying into it. Don't buy into it. Do not leave Orc alone. Let that be the speculators game, this Westward Way, whatever it's called. It's horseshit. It's flippers buying and selling it to get the price up in hopes that some dumbass is going to come by and buy it from them for that price. It's ridiculousness. But yeah, I think it's the speculators. The movies aren't doing anything but being movies. The comics aren't doing anything but being comic books. It's the speculators, the ones that go, well, okay, I'm gonna buy. Like I said, we're gonna buy back and forth and sell it. Or my favorite is, I've got this. There's this rare copy of Incredible Hulk 181, and it's the first appearance of Wolverine, and it's rare as hell. I've got 50 copies. Really? Think about what you just said there, bub. It's like the people who were buying cases of The Death of Superman, thinking those were going to be $1,000 in 30 years. You yourself just bought a case. How can you think? I don't know. But yeah, I would say speculators. What about you, Eric?
I want to borrow a line from the first episode of Cheers.
Yeah.
Too close to call.
Too close to call.
That's funny you mentioned that. I said people buying cases of something I think it's going to be valuable. I remember the Death of Superman.
Uh-huh.
And they were interviewing investment bankers who were buying multiple copies of this. And I'm thinking, I might have found somebody who was a worse investor than me.
Yeah.
Because I said, if you can't figure that out, you're not investing my money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. White Sky. That was the one I was thinking of there, Grand Admiral. They're trying to do the same thing. Wait a second. 2 books within a week of each other are just going nuts and being the biggest thing since sliced bread. I'm sorry, gang, but if you're buying into that, I know you vote Democrat. Because you will buy into anything.
Kirkman doing either one of those?
I don't know. I don't. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, okay. I said I think everybody's trying to manufacture another Absolute Batman.
Yeah, that's what's going on. I mean, they manufactured Absolute Batman. You want to tell me the Absolute Batman went to 20-50? Okay, I'll believe you. But going every freaking copy, every freaking printing, everything going to 300, 400. No.
Well, I haven't seen it go above like $140 or $150, but I sold mine. Yeah, I sold my Absolute Batmans and Ultimate Spider-Man, so I'm going to use it to buy the Batman Omnibus and a few other things. But
Nice.
He sold that Batman, the Absolute Batman, that day. I mean, it's just but again, it's almost like it's how some people have fun collecting the the terminal case of FOMO.
Yep.
And I said maybe it keeps going up. Maybe maybe I'll be going, wow, I wish I'd waited another month. But it's
yeah. Hey, look, I may say it's fake, and I think that the market has been manipulated. But trust me, if I get a couple of copies, I'm not going to sell them at cover. Yeah. Have you ever found porn by accident in a comic book? No, pretty much any comic book like that it kind of advertises on the cover. Recently, I bought a collection. I was like, wait a second, that's a cherry Pop-Tart, which was in the auction last night. Nobody bought it though. So
I just looked again. It's still 140.
Oh, the Absolute Batman.
I think it has peaked.
Who's stronger, Cosmic Hulk or Superman Prime 1 million? Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me? Superman Prime 1 million, Cosmic Hulk. They couldn't just have Hulk and Superman. Superman. I see people on gaming inevitably arguing over who had the best strength feat. Okay, you know what? I like Golden Age comics. And Golden Age, they didn't really give a shit about story. They just thought, little kids will be reading this, and wouldn't it be fun if Superman moved a planet? It wasn't actually thought out for a story or something. But because continuity geeks came along, all of a sudden it's in continuity that Superman can move a planet. That is Cosmic Hulk, did you say, in Superman Prime 1 million. It's some kids or some dumbass writer writing for kids going, hey, look at this. Wouldn't it be awesome if he could harness the power of an entire sun? Yeah. By the way, yeah, I've read some of those vines on Comic Vine. They do get it. But no, I see that it bothers me just because it's like, okay, then now what? Now what? Are we talking about Superman needs to destroy a planet? Are we talking about if Superman, then how do you have invasion? How do you do Crisis on Infinite Earths? Seriously. Oh my gosh, we've got this big old crisis in this guy Anti-Monitor. Oh, where's Superman going? Oh, okay, he's doing the whole Superman 1 million thing. Oh my gosh, the Kree are invading Earth. They're gonna bring their whole armada. They're gearing up right now. Okay, let's teleport Hulk over there, Planet Buster, boom. War's over. That's the kind of thing I'm just not a big fan of. I'm just not a big fan. It's like when they attached the Avengers to when they made the Avengers movie, people were asking where are the Avengers when the Dark Elves were in France or whatever it was in the Dark World. You have to have them all the time. It's there now. You have to do that. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the uber power kind of thing. Hey, I'm here for the old school comic nerd debates. At least most of them were from people who read the books, and as long as it was fun, even if it occasionally got heated, says Grand Admiral. Yeah, they were fun. They are fun to talk about. That's my take on what is your take on the overpowered Hulk and Superman?
I don't have one.
Okay.
My only thing on that whole debate was, yeah, the DC characters were so cartoonishly overpowered that if you thought about it, I said, how would anybody ever beat the Flash?
Yeah.
Because he can move at the speed of light. Superman, at least, if he doesn't know you're out there, you can stop him with magic, even back in those days. There are things you could do to him. So theoretically, if the Flash wanted to, he could kill everybody on Earth in the time it would take you to blink. That's how much power these characters had. And Superman had all of the, had 10 different powers. Super speed was just one of them. So, at least, I say the Crisis, at least, because if they had done the Avengers Justice League where they wanted to in the mid 80s, it would have been stupid because there isn't an Avenger that could have lasted 3 seconds with any member of the Justice League. And honestly, Batman wouldn't be part of it because he even being the smartest guy in the world, he wouldn't add anything to that team.
That's
because true. If you can run at the speed of light, you can outrun your mistakes, as they say in baseball. So at least after the Crisis, they kind of came back to earth. I think they've all gotten just stupid powerful again, but it's
one of
the reasons why up until recently Marvel always won, because not only were there they did supporting cast better, they did heroes better because the heroes couldn't punch planets or run at the speed of light. And that's pretty much my take on that.
Oh, there you go. That's a good take. All righty. Well, anyway, guys, the books showed off today. They're going to be in an auction on Wednesday starting at 8 p.m. Hopefully you guys saw something that was worth it or fun or whatever. Join us tomorrow for I made a Namor. I made it for tonight because I could find a Namor background a lot easier than I could fix up one for House of Secrets or Sinister House of Secret Love or whatever it's called. So we're going to do Namor next, and Wednesday we will talk about what brought us into collecting and all that kind of stuff. And so please join us for that, and should be a good time. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night, kids.